We'll meet again soon enough.
Oh, heck. Where did she go?
Welcome back, Kuma Crew. I am, as always, Annakuma, and we're here with another of the last load of demos I played last year and will stubbornly still make a video for because I can and I'm stubborn. And to be fair on me, Legends of Castile is still not released, and as of writing and recording this, does not have a release date, so no harm for being a little late on the demo. Now, I really like the premise of this game because it is very fairy tale-ish, and I'm a sucker for mythical creatures or use of fairy tales and stories. Whilst my favourite Discworld books are always the Watch books, the Witcher's books take second place to me because of Terry Pratchett's use of folklore and stories to weave his own version of those things, even satirically, into his own work. I've instantly hit Legends of Castile with a Terry Pratchett mention, which is a giant honour, but it did give me Tiffany Aiken vibes. We play as Maria, who had a vision of the Virgin Mary. She decides to become a nun, but to fulfill that dream, she must first go and investigate random creatures that have been spotted around Castile. We instantly walk into this old woman, who tells us about a cyclops around these parts before turning into a witch and flying away. Not that you would be surprised by that, seeing her original design was very Snow White evil queen turned into an old lady looking anyway. It is presented with this very bright, cartoonish art style that feels a little clunky on the animation, a tad stiff at times, but really is very charming. For me, it took a little bit to really get the vibe of the game, but when you get into the swing of it, everything that felt a little off for you will just become part of the charm, and there is buckets of charms to be had with this game, let me tell you that. I liked Maria. She wasn't a bad character to go on an adventure with, very Tiffany Aiken as I've said before. Someone thrown into this magical world and just getting on with it as she goes along. I'm really here for that kind of adventure and that kind of main character, honestly. There is slight voice acting in the demo, and overall it is top quality. You have sliders for the audio as well, so you can separate dialogue if, like me, you struggle with voices because you have a hearing problem. Mechanically, the game is a little clunky to play, but not bothersome clunky. Much like Curse of Monkey Island, you have the crest of action, as I want to call it. You can look, pick up, or talk via the crest, which I'm not against in a game. I can't think off the top of my head another game that uses the crest. My only problem with it is that I'd say it feels a little big on screen, but it might just be how bright it is compared to Monkey Island's. It's probably the same kind of size, and how disconnected I felt it looked to the game. I don't know, I don't get what the shield is, but that's just me. Maybe it will be explained, but these symbols felt a little odd, and it kind of just stood out a little more than the Monkey Island one did. Using it is fine though, but as I said, it is jarring to see and use at first. Hitboxes on items are really big and well placed, so a quick wave across the page will find you most of the items you're looking for. Your inventory is in the bottom left as a translucent basket, which I love. It also will pop up if you scroll your mouse wheel up, and it is just a basket. It's a nice touch and nice and big in the middle of the screen. Instead of using the crest in the inventory, you do have a look button, which is these pair of glasses at the bottom. You'll just click on them to have a look at things, or just click on the items to pick them up. The inventory management is easy enough, and using the items is simple. I don't really know why they don't use the crest in the inventory as well, but I quite like that the inventory doesn't use it. What more can you ask for than a simple game, though? Legends of Castile actually ended up being one of the harder of the final games I have to talk about, which is why it's probably going to end up being a very short review. When I first played it on my stream, I enjoyed it, but it was kind of just there. It was a game I just played. I follow the devs on Twitter though, and they seem really sweet and passionate, not just about this game, but about point and clicks in general. And the more I read about this game and their work towards it, the more excited I get. Going back to the demo now, all the little problems I had with the game are obviously still there, but they now feel like just quirks of the game, and they aren't really problems either. They're personal preferences to things like art style, animation movement, and UI stuff. It is all very personal things, as I said, that really at the end of the day don't matter if the game is going to be fun. And the one thing you take away from the demo is that this game seems like it's going to be a lot of fun. It feels like a modern fairy tale they're trying to make themselves, which is really interesting. I don't think this game is going to blow you out of the water, but it doesn't have to. It will have its charm, it will make you smile, it will keep you immersed. It promises not to have any slider, jigsaw, or mechanical puzzles, which I know a lot of people hate. I personally don't, but I don't miss them if they're not there. And promises 30 characters to interact with and talk to. You get to dive a little into Spanish folk legends and play a game that someone is putting together with a lot of passion and a lot of love. Now, saying it won't blow you away doesn't mean it isn't going to be fantastic. I feel this is going to be like Elroy and the Aliens, again, where I don't expect much from it, but then I leave the game after finishing it and never shut up about it again, because Elroy and the Aliens was fantastic. I feel Legends of Castile is going to be exactly like that. It has a lot of potential, it has a lot of heart, most of all, it has a lot of folklore already in it, and I'm a sucker for that, so I'm really looking forward to it when it comes out. I know this is a short review, as I said, I am sorry for that, but even with a second playthrough, I'm looking forward to it, and I recommend checking out the demo, which is still up to be played, but I don't have anything else to say about it. The story is fun, the voice acting is good when there is voice acting, the puzzles are crafted really well and simply, the characters are interesting to me, Maria is wonderful, the story is easy to follow. You'll have a good time playing the demo, and I'm sure we'll have a great time playing the main game when it's out. If you are interested, the link to the game page is below, please go and try the demo and give it a wish list. That is all I have time for today though. If you would like to continue to support this bear here, then please leave a like on the video, comment below on what mythical or folklorish creature you would like to be, and subscribe. Also follow me over at twitch.tv/Annakuma, where I play games 5 days a week, and also look below for links to all my other socials, including my Patreon, which one day I will actually do some work on and make it something worth people wanting to use, instead of just mentioning it and forgetting it is the thing, but remembering to say about it, because I keep being told to talk about it, but then not actually adding anything to it, so then no one uses it, because what's the point? What is the point? What is the point, Anna? Till next time though, thank you for watching as always, and bye-bye.
After that,